Hi, everybody. Why didn't you put your sweatshirt on?
Because you never gave me my sweatshirt.
You're the worst.
You're the worst. Go get me my sweatshirt.
You're the worst. There's no one worse than you. I just want to throw that out there.
Okay.
Alrighty, everybody.
I'm okay with it.
Are you? Loki is doing things with wires. It's doing things with wires.
You're doing that with wires.
Yes. Yes, I am. I'm preventing him from doing other things with wires. Alright, let's see if we can see the live chain. Here we go. Perfect. So now we can read from there if people decide to say anything.
Or decide to show up.
If they decide.
You technically are, I believe, the only person watching this.
I believe that to be technically true. Why do you say like that?
It says one there, so I don't know. YouTube sometimes doesn't tell us. Do you want me to mute this?
Yeah, there shouldn't be any volume in that. On the side.
Yes, I know. I thought that I could.
So, as per usual, we're going to start by making fun of some stuff on Craigslist. Because why not? But first, I have to let the dog out because he's being whiny and annoying. So, A-Dog, I will leave you here to, well, not that.
To discuss the.
To talk about some Craigslist stuff.
I can't see any of that, though.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, you could go play Three Rivers Paintball for 4 people for $100. I have a certificate to Three Rivers Paintball, good for 4 players, which includes admission, marker rental, mask, and goggles, 200 paintballs, and 4 hours of play. It expires June 1st. Value $160, asking $100. I don't know if it's allowed to be emailed and reprinted so meeting up would be the best to obtain it. To lessen the chance of unauthorized printing and use, I am not posting a pic of it. Is it really $160 to play paintball at Three Rivers for 4 people? Seems a lot of money. I guess with 200 paintballs it would be. Is that accurate?
What?
This guy is selling a gift certificate to Three Rivers for $100, but it says value at $160.
Stop.
Stop what?
You're hitting my arm as I'm trying to get my drink here. You're gonna spill it everywhere.
Oh, lift that up for a second.
I don't know.
Lift that up. What?
Why?
Because I was going to take my sweatshirt off to put this on.
They're the same things we have, and I've found that they're the little coupons, and they're very much not worth it. Sorry, everybody, you don't get to see her tatas.
I thought you had to buy 500. You have to buy 500 with it, not 200.
No, I think it's 200.
Oh, okay.
No tatas for you. I get to see them. Are you done yet?
Oh, this is warm. Go Xavier.
Yeah, we're repping our merch today.
This is ridiculously warm and
Whoa.
comfortable. What did I
Breaking
drop?
stuff.
Oh, I dropped the mousey.
We'll bring it back up because I'm done with this.
Okay.
We're done with this nonsense. Hurry up. Let's go. You're wasting time here. Gimme.
Take it.
You don't know how to do these things. You don't know what you're doing.
I don't know.
Alright, so what do we got here? We got paintball guns. $40. 3 used paintball guns, protective face mask paintballs. Look, they're selling paintballs.
Do they even make those paintballs anymore?
I don't know. I'm familiar with that brand, but I didn't know they made paintballs. I thought they just made guns.
the complete set for $40. Well,
so again, with the whole, you could not pay me enough to wear
that
this mask.
mask.
You could not pay me enough to wear
An
that mask.
exterminator wouldn't want to wear that mask.
This is a Titman 98. That's fine. It looks like it. I don't even know if it works with the way it looks, but they're
Those-
pretty sturdy, so
Are
they
those
probably do work.
spiders?
These look like old school spiders, but they could be piranhas.
They're pretty.
They don't. He doesn't have that listed, but in any case, they're not worth $40 by any means. That's worth maybe $5. Ooh.
Did that go down
The
$100?
Defender, the BT Defender came down to $550. Everybody, $550. Where's this at here?
That gun is as big as I am.
Oh, I'm going up that way on Thursday. Maybe I'll stop by and pick that up.
Will you?
Does anybody need a BT Defender? If you do, if you want a BT Defender for $550, let me know. I'll stop by and get it. Fewer than 1,000 balls shot through it. Everything accounted for. Downsizing my paintball inventory. I still think for used 550 is.
What, it's 7?
I would say no. It's 650.
Oh, it's 6.
Plus tax and stuff. I would say 550 is not outrageous by any means. It's not a good price. Like, I'm not saying go jump on that price. It's great.
He said only 100 balls. That's
1,000.
so. Oh, 1,000. So like what? One day?
Yeah, he said he played 2 background games, backyard games with them. So it's not
That's
a
a lot of
great.
paint for a backyard game.
Not really. For 2 backyard games with a BT Defender, that thing's fully automatic.
Okay.
Anyway, it's not like a grab it now price, but I mean it's a decent price. It's you would not be faulting yourself by grabbing it. So if anyone wants a BT Defender, let me know. I'll stop by on Thursday and grab it. $80 this person wants
For what?
for
Garbage?
a mask, a barrel, a trigger, and a tank.
trigger?
Trigger is not stock, and a tank.
What's a trigger?
I don't know if it means he has like a spare trigger, but what's it for? And this person asking $80 for this? What is wrong with these people? This is a prime example of why we do this. This person wants $80 for this bag of junk. I think that this bag is worth more than all the stuff he's got in there.
That looks like a good laptop bag. You need a laptop
Yeah,
bag.
it does. I think that the shoe there is worth more than all that. It's the single shoe, not the pair. The single shoe is worth more than all the paintball stuff he's got there. So, that's a prime example of why we do this. This person is selling stuff for $200. Is that a Piranha that he's got there?
What?
No, that's a Titman 98 with an extended barrel grip on it. 4 pods, a crappy mask. That's a Revolution, so that's a pretty good.
And not the one we have?
Yeah, we have one back here. It's pretty good. It's just
Yes, but how
it's
much
not worth
did
very
you?
much. It's like $30. Crappy tank, crappy pants.
I don't think those are those pants or is that a belt?
Those are pants.
They look beltish to me.
It could be a belt. We'll see. I thought they were pants, but it could be a belt. Freak set. Oh, he's got a freak set, he says. He calls it an electronic hopper, which technically it is. That's not really what you think of, though. CO2 tank's not worth diddly.
Coco says junk.
Yeah, he said that like an hour ago. Where have you been?
Your YouTube went to some CBS Live thing about Iraq. Not Iraq, Iran.
So there is a freak kit here. So that alone is worth a decent price. You'd have to check it for dents and things,
But that tank's worth nothing.
but I wouldn't say all this together is worth $200. The freak kit is probably worth, I don't know, $75. Something like that.
What about all that blue stuff?
All that blue stuff.
Blue stuff right there. That's $100.
Yeah, $100. That one I wasn't gonna make fun of it because while it's overpriced, it's not super outrageous.
I
This
just-
is worth maybe. Actually, I guess it is because that mask's not worth anything.
What
Tank's
is
not worth anything.
that thing?
Those.
Yeah.
That's a hopper. Those are hopper. They're the egg hoppers. That's a
awful.
gravity fed hopper.
That's awful looking.
We have one of those. Oh, we did. It broke. And the gun's worth probably like $10. So, yeah, I guess that's 10 times more than it should be.
There's a Talon again.
There's a lot of those popping up.
Yeah, nowadays after I finally got one.
25.
So this person's selling. Oh, this seems like a good haul.
That's a nice mouse.
He's got an EVS, a Ninja tank,
That
an
looks like
Empire
mine.
tank, a Spire. Is that a Spire?
Is that a
Is that an
mini?
original Spire? That is a mini, or no, it might be an X. I think it's a mini though.
I believe that's a mini.
Yeah, I think it is. Freak kit.
And then everything.
Yeah, so I mean that for. I would say that's a pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good deal. $5.25.
I mean, that gun alone is 3. The mask is almost 2.
Well, depending on how much he's used it though.
The mask or the gun? The gun?
Both. $300 this person's asking for all that nonsense. That stuff you couldn't pay me to take it from you. And he's selling it for $300. Like, none of that. I wouldn't even put that stuff behind me as like a look at the history of paintball. That stuff is just broke.
Also, who's going to Claysville?
Wait a minute, everybody. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let me take it back. Let me walk it back. This might be a decent enough mask that I would pay $5 for it. Other than that, though,
Are those supposed to be rifle guns? Like, what is that?
I believe they're all Tippmann 98s, but they've got stocks and stuff on them, so they look like rifles. Why you
I-
want that, I don't know,
I
but
wouldn't
this
take
person
your
did.
tin from you.
All right, so we'll put that away. We're done with all that.
Do you want to talk about our merch? Or
Talk about our merch. Merch. You know what I didn't do?
what did you not post it on Facebook?
Yeah, I didn't put on Facebook.
Although,
that
Hot
right.
Coke knows.
Hot Coke news.
Hot Coke knows. Hot Coke's gonna teach me how to snowboard so I can be a cute snow bunny.
Hot Coke. When you
Hot Coke knows.
Hot Coke news.
Hot Coke knows.
Uh-oh, we got volume.
Hot Coke's
We got
gonna
volume
teach me how
happening,
to
everybody. I apologize. So Hot Coke, when are you going to be showing A-Dog how to do the whole snowboarding thing? Didn't I make that go away? I thought I did. Obviously I did. Now it's gone. Okay. So
I'm
let's
gonna be a cute
see.
snow bunny. I'm gonna be decent at everything and not be good at anything.
Okay.
And it's gonna be an awesome thing. I'll just know how to do everything. 4 people are watching, by the way.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah?
not me.
I don't know who they are.
I don't know. Well, one of them is Hot Coke.
One of them is Hot Coke. With your knuck-knucks.
Leave my knuck-knucks alone.
Leave my knuck-knucks alone.
You're jealous you didn't call them knuck-knucks.
Yes. Yes, I am. You don't even know. You don't even know how jelly I be. That's how jelly I be. Hi, baby. You got a ball.
When we get some decent snow at Seven Springs, it's pretty much ice right now.
Oh, well, that's not going to happen, Hot Coke, because it's spring. It's spring right now. I don't know if you noticed, but the birds are out a singing. They're out there singing their mating songs. It's springtime. Let's see. It's not in Somerset, I can tell you that, because it snowed pretty hardcore in Somerset today. I know, because I had to drive through it. All right.
Hey, you sure to post?
Dudine Paintball shared my post. Weird. So, we're gonna talk about the paintball stats from 2019.
Are we not discussing our merch?
Oh yeah, we want to discuss our merch first. Why do you keep distracting me with other things? So as you can see, we both have these very stylish sweatshirts on.
We're adorable and we have matching.
They're actually pretty
They are ridiculously
darn
comfortable. They're
Um,
very soft.
It's
Look
a,
at that.
It's a nice fleecy
Very soft.
fabric, and it's soft, and I really enjoy it actually.
Do we have others? Didn't
we got the
buy-
gray. There's black, gray, dark blue, red, and white. I think is what
Wasn't
the
there an
colors are.
indigo? Didn't my dad get indigo? Didn't you buy my dad an indigo sweatshirt? No, is that a no? My
I thought it was
father's.
dark blue. It might be indigo.
I don't know.
I would have said dark blue, but it could be indigo. It's sitting out there.
Didn't you get socks too? Or did you
I did
buy?
not buy any socks. No.
Okay, you just bought them.
I did not buy socks. They do have socks for sale. You can get sweatshirts. You can get socks. You can get
T-shirt.
tank tops, t-shirts.
You can get women's tanks and men's tanks. You can get socks. You can get leggings.
All sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff.
This is like it smells because of the print, but this is the
Once we wash it, it
softest
won't
sweatshirt
smell.
I think I've ever worn.
It's a very comfortable sweatshirt, and obviously it supports us. Now, if you were to purchase these, which you can find the link on our Instagram, I'll
just
also
on-
post it on here.
Comments.
It is through our sponsor of Slaughterhouse Paintball, so shout out to them for doing this for us. It's actually been up for a while.
It has been up for a while.
We just never got around to actually purchasing any of our own merch. How about that? But we
I
finally
kind of coerced my dad into buying merch.
we finally did, and I'm actually upset that we didn't buy it earlier because this is a really comfortable sweatshirt. And now we can, on chilly days, we can wear our sweatshirts without covering up our symbol, which is nice.
I may need if the sweatshirt is an indication of the type of clothes, then I need leggings immediately.
Okay, then get some leggings.
I sure don't.
Um,
I sure don't.
what's my job?
To buy the leggings.
Why?
You know how to do it.
Anyway, I believe it's teespring.com, I think is what it is. Let's see. Let's find out for sure. Let's just go ahead and link it on while we're thinking about it. We'll put it in the description while I am on the topic. But yeah, so Slaughterhouse, Xavier did this for us. So if you go on and you buy them, please do, by the way.
Hot Coke wants some leggings.
Yeah, hot Coke and hot leggings.
I think Hot Coke would look great in hot leggings.
So Slaughterhouse, if you buy from them, if you buy these, Slaughterhouse gets a share, gets a cut, and we get a smaller cut, obviously. But I think that's pretty cool. So I highly encourage everyone to do that. Items, Teespring. Yes, it is Teespring. Look, you're pressing buttons, baby. I need you to stop. So it is teespring.com, I believe. Sure enough, teespring.com.
And then do you just...
And I think it's /Dunedain Paintball.
But there's a search bar, so if you search Dunedain...
I would imagine that to be the case.
And you can get Pickle the Dinosaur plush.
I need to use the keyboard, so I'm gonna scooch
And
on
apparently
up
you
here.
can use Instagram to check out.
What are you throwing?
I'm throwing his giraffe belly.
Ah, it's a ball, everybody. It used to be a giraffe. He chewed it apart. Alright. Hey, there we are.
That's only...
Yes, I understand that's
Okay.
only.
So, search Slaughterhouse? Because that looks like it's only the shirt. Can you get other things when you search Dunedain Paintball, or can you just get the...
Loki. I don't know. Hold on.
We're very prepared.
Yes, for
Very-
sure. Well, you can buy slaughterhouse stuff on here too. I highly encourage everyone to do that as well.
You can also buy vegan stuff if you Google, or I guess Teespring Slaughterhouse.
So I encourage everyone to buy slaughterhouse merch as well. I encourage that slightly less than I encourage buying Dunedain merch. I only say that because if you buy Dunedain merch, we get something out of it. So, yeah, there's that.
There's that.
There's that. But I am linking in the description. For this is specifically the t-shirt, but you can find the rest of it on the site as well, including the sweatshirt that we are wearing. All right, so now that that's all done, get rid of that.
Yes, if you
Right.
search Dunedain Paintball, it only shows the t-shirt. You can buy a sticker, you can buy a sweatshirt, you can buy a mug, you can buy leggings, you can get a women's flowy tank top.
Get a mug. I didn't know you could get mugs.
You can get a premium tank top. You can get a women's fitted tank top.
And the ever
And the
popular
ever
socks.
popular socks. And then there's different colors as well. The sweatshirts we have on right now are $45 US dollars.
$45 US, not to be confused with Canadian dollars. Stupid Canadian
And it's
dollars.
got a hoodie, and so it's got a hood, and it's got kangaroo pockets, a pouch. That's apparently what it's called.
You're called a kangaroo pouch.
I wish I was a kangaroo.
Not right now. You'd be on fire. If you're a kangaroo, you'd be burning up. Burning up! Okay, so, for scoring, everyone go ahead, take the next 10, 20 seconds to guess who you think came in first place on our team. Ready, go. Who do you think came in first, love?
I know who came in first. I was here.
Then don't cheat. Don't tell everybody. That'd be cheating.
I kept stats.
Hey, boo boo butt.
Do you think that if I wrote semi-professional sport team statistician on my resume, that would count?
I don't see why not.
I'm gonna
Technically,
do
it's
that.
true, except that I'm the one who keeps all the stats.
I did all of this though.
You did the math. I did the work.
Okay. Hot Coke says minion.
Okay. Hot Coke's the only one actually on this video. He's the only one actually watching. So there we go. 100%.
There's 3 people.
Well, one of them's me, and one of them's us.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, somebody was watching,
And then they left.
and they left. I guess we're not entertaining enough.
No, we're not.
I find us very entertaining.
Well, thank you, love. So first place was me. I was in
You
first
didn't
place.
even do a drum roll for these people?
Hi,
No
baby.
wonder people are leaving our channel.
Hi, baby. Yes, I love you too. Do you want to say hi to Hot Cocoa? He's on the telly. Hey, baby. What do you want? I fed you. I know you don't want that.
I ate that, and I probably stole that pizza that's on the note.
No, you didn't. So, yes, first place was me with a score of 1.51. Now, there's a lot of math that goes into that I'm not going to explain to you because, whoa, she's the one who did all the math part. Loki.
Lights down!
And we're in the dark.
We're not in the dark. Actually, it looks okay.
And it doesn't look too bad. Maybe we'll just leave it that way for now.
It looks okay on the YouTubes.
Well, the light hasn't turned off on there yet. Remember, that's delayed.
Okay.
Now it's off out on there.
Doesn't look that bad.
Loki, what are you doing, you crazy mutt?
He wants everybody to see his butt, apparently.
Look at my butt, everybody.
I got a cute butt, guys. I got a cute butt.
Oh, baby boy. You're pressing buttons and such.
Yes, there's a lot of math. The most important thing about the math that I'm going to sum up for you is that we took in consideration tournaments, scenarios, and rec ball, and everything that we did for the tournament, we did for scenarios, and we did for rec ball. So we broke everything down. But tournaments are worth more than scenarios, and scenarios are worth more than rec balls. So I don't know the word I'm looking for, but which means thus tournament is worth the most and is more weighted than rec.
Good story, love.
I was gonna use a nice word and I couldn't think of the word properly.
So second place was a little askew. So I'm going to tell you the skewdom first before I tell you who actually came in second place. First off, the 2019's numbers, the scores all together are skewed. The reason for that is because I'm the only one who actually tracked everything, or almost everything. A few other people, including ADOG, Minion, a few others, they tracked some of their stuff,
I keep track of when I want to keep track
but
of
not
it.
nearly as much or as accurately as I do. What baby? So my numbers are higher on everything because I know what I had on everything. Baby boy.
Luke,
What do you want?
thank you.
So in second place we have Jake. Now, the reason that I prefaced it is because he has a sample size of 1. He went to 1 scenario. We won that scenario. And that's it. That's pretty much all the stats I have for him. So no deaths, no kills, no losses, no anything else. Just he played 1 and he won 1. So he ended up with 1.38. And then in third place, which I consider second place, would be Clark, with a score of 1.31. Now Clark was in first place for most of the year until the very end, because at the first scenario of the year he got 53 kills.
We like to make fun
and
of
only
him
like 7 or 8 deaths.
because this boy will shoot a box of paint on an average brick ball a day.
Oh yeah, he shoots so much paint, and I was like, "How'd you get 53 kills in one day?" And ADOG was like, "With the amount of paint he shoots, he better be hitting 53 people." And I was like, "Yeah, that's true." So I did eventually overtake him, but it took a long time. Loki.
And not to take any skill away from Clark, he's a very good player. That is why he's on our team. We appreciate what he does. But if you're shooting as much paint as Clark does, it best be 53. 53 better be your average number at a scenario.
In fourth place, another asterisk is Luke. Luke also only played 1. It was a different scenario. That one was a Mission Masters, so he has 7 played and 7 won. We won all 7 of that one. But it was still skewed.
Because you don't have any other.
So he ended up with 1.31. Then Dalton comes next, which is technically 5th place, but I would consider it 3rd place, with 0.85. Luke had 1.07, Dalton had 0.85. Then Eric at 0.74, then ADOG at 0.66, and then Colin at 0.55.
So Hot Coke said 53 in one day. That's a lie. Lol.
I don't think it's a lie. It could be incorrect. That is certainly possible. But that's what he told me, and I take him at his word for it. So I can only hope that he truly did get that many. We did kick ass that game.
We kicked a lot of ass that
So
game.
of the 7 missions, we won all 7 of them. We won by quite a few points. So I honestly, I wouldn't
And
be
we were
surprised.
involved in pretty much every.
Oh, not pretty much. Everything.
Okay.
We were involved in everything.
Hi, sweet boy.
And he was always
Do you want to read Hot
he
Coke
was always
first?
shooting at people. So like myself, A-Dog, Minion, Luke, we were always doing missions, or almost always doing missions, and Clark was pretty much always in the front,
Shooting
clearing the line. So it wouldn't surprise me. But in any case, that's what he told me. That's the number he gave me, and I asked him, are you serious? And he said yes. So I take him at his word. That's what he got. But so for this year at our 2020 meeting, we gave everybody a little fun little package. Oh, let me put that back up because apparently it's dark without it. We gave everyone a fun little package with inside of it is an armband over here, an armband that they can write their scores on, just like I use, and we gave them charts that. So all they have to do is they can write with a dry erase marker, keep score, and then after that game, write it down on a piece of paper or take a picture of it, just like I do. And so everybody pretty much has the same layout as me now. And so for 2020, we'll have hopefully some actual numbers. And if anyone else would like to get involved in that and participate, you're welcome to do so. Just hand me your numbers and I'll keep them in the spreadsheet with everybody else. Loki, you are a nutcase, aren't you, babe? Yes, you are. You're a nutcase. You're adorable, but you're a nutcase.
Hey, he's not barking.
But you're adorable, but you're a nutcase. He wants the internet to know that he is here.
And beautiful.
And beautiful. And everybody look at my long shanks. Yeah, boy.
Do you get those from your plow, love? Or do you get them from your husky? Or do you get them from your German shepherd? You're definitely not getting them from your pug.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. We did find out what Loki is. He is 37% Plothound, 25% German Shepherd, 25% Husky, and 12% Hound/Companion Dog. So we like to say that he has Pug, because that's a companion dog, and Shih Tzu. And that's why I call him a little shit. Right, baby? Because you're a Shih Tzu? You're a little shit?
That's not funny, Danny.
Right? He's a little shit, 12%.
Dalton, so Hot Coke says I am taking that number 53 and tripling it, lol. And Dalton says, sorry, I'm a little late.
A little late?
He's just joined.
You're a half hour late.
He's here. He's talking. He's letting us know he could have lied.
About what? What could he have lied about?
He could have just... How would we have known he wasn't there the entire time, just hiding out?
Because I know things.
Okay.
That's what I do. I paintball and I know things.
Oh, do you do paintball and you know things?
So we have a new setup in the background here, which you would be able to see if Loki wasn't in the way.
Boo-boo.
What's that noise, Pop? What do you hear? But this is the setup I think we're going to be using for this year. So obviously we have all the display shelves like we used to have. I just changed them up a little bit, changed the positioning, different camera. By the way, everybody, let me know, is this camera better or worse than the one we used to use? The aspect ratio is actually correct now, but the camera I think it's a cheaper camera. But it's what I had, so
Sweetheart,
let us know if
that's a
the
loud
picture
toy.
is better,
Go
and
get
if
a
you like the
soft one.
setup. And if you don't like the setup, we may change it, but probably not because I'm lazy. And then over here, which you can't see over this way, is a blue screen, which I'll probably upgrade at some point. But like so, last week or not last week, 2 weeks ago? Was that last week or 2 weeks ago? For New Year, when we did the New Year's video, we had the pictures in the background, and we were just kind of disembodied heads in front of it. That was in front of the blue screen we have right here now. So hopefully we'll do some interesting things with that. But obviously that's less important than seeing our beautiful faces and our, what we're wearing for the day, whatever that might be. Whether that be just, a regular shirt or anything else for that matter. You're not even paying attention.
I am paying attention.
I made a funny and I used physical comedy and you just ignored
I
it.
heard floating heads, I heard...
No, I was using physical comedy and you just ignored me.
I'm sorry.
As if I don't even exist.
You do exist. You're right there, and you're
I
thinking.
am right here, and I do exist. Not that you would know.
I can see you. I can touch you. I know you exist.
Right. So anyway, that was pretty much all we had for the day. Anyone have anything they want to talk about? Dalton, Hot Cocoa, anybody else? If not, until then, I'm just going to kind of ramble about stuff. So
Do you
this
want to discuss
year,
the March 15th tournament?
I don't know if we've been playing that.
That doesn't mean it's a paintball related aspect.
Well, I was just going to list what we know was happening so far
Okay.
this year. So one thing that's happening on March 15th is a 5-man tournament at P3. It's a speedball tournament. It's specifically for amateur players, so that's nice. There is a $350 entry fee per team, which actually isn't bad. 350 divided by 5 is what?
350 is 70.
So 70, and then it's $45 a case.
That's not too bad.
So we may play that.
What's the aren't the winnings money though?
Yeah, so, well, first place gets $1,000, which is pretty nice. First, second, and third all get medals, but that's it. So, second and third place don't get cash.
So
Yes.
Hot Cocoa says I want to get a bolt action and do some scenarios and a new pump gun just to still be that snob. Any of that mean to say?
You want to get a bolt action? Okay. Then do it, I guess. Pump? I have your pump sitting right here, so, like, there you go.
You know what we did not do? We did not give Minion.
He wasn't here.
He was not here. That is absolutely.
How was I
correct.
supposed to give it to him if he
you-
wasn't here?
You weren't supposed to. I'm just an idiot. Never mind.
Okay. So I still have yours sitting right here, so you can use it. I got a new pump. I got an Empire Sniper. The KP3, unfortunately,
Bit the dust.
well, yes, and no.
It's right there.
It
So
started.
it's
It's right here.
chilling.
It started shooting incredibly hot, almost 500 feet per second. So yeah,
Luckily, we figured this out
your dog wants to go out.
at the shooting range and not actually hitting somebody, because that would have been quite dangerous. Quite. But John couldn't fix it. So Hot Cocoa says, I want an Empire Sniper, run the 10-round tubes, lol.
You won't do it. You won't do it. But anyway, so the KP3, I contacted Azoden, and they said that they told me probably what happened. They said if you look inside, you'll see red residue, if that be the case, because it was some plastic ring that burst. And sure enough, that's what happened. So theoretically, if I just get a new regulator ring, put it in there, it would work again. I don't know how much that costs or anything. By that point, I had already bought the sniper, so, you know, there's that. But I have thought about fixing it so that she could use it. But whether or not you'd actually use it, that's a different story.
If we were all pumping it up, he says bet.
Bet? I will bet you, Coco, that you will not use a pump with 10-round tubes
At a scenario?
at any game. And what I will bet you is, if you do, I will take you on a nice little movie date. Take you to a movie. If you don't, if a whole year passes, or if once all the scenarios are done for the year and you haven't done it, then you owe me something. And go ahead and tell me what you think it's worth. And we'll see. We'll go from there. But yeah, so that March 15th is that tournament. Entry fee $350. It's amateurs. It's specifically geared towards amateurs. I don't know if
Is
we'll
there
play
a definition of amateur?
Not, probably not. I think it's not ranked above D3. I think is what it is. So you have to be D4 or lower. I think is what I'm pretty sure is what it is. But I'm not 100% sure of that. We did have Nicole asked us if we were going to play it, and I told her I didn't know, but she said to keep them in mind if we decided we wanted to play and we needed players. So there's that. But
Lowell, I'll get back to you on that bet with my bet, or ETH my bet to you. But I think you meant that.
yes, your dog is barking again. Pull up the calendar so we know what else is happening.
And Hot Cocoa wants to know who's Nicole. So Nicole and her husband Mike we met them at last year's D-Day. And they play with their nephew Tyler, who's about 12, you'd say? Is Tyler 12, do you think?
I don't know these things.
I don't know. He could be 8. I think he's a little bit old. He's between 8 and 12. And we've been playing scenarios with them for the entire year, and they're great people, and I will gladly play with Nicole and Mike. And pretty much everything.
And I tried to encourage them to come to our 2020 meeting. They were not able to come. I don't know if they weren't able or they just didn't want to. I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't able to because they did not see my message until like a day before or something. Even I sent it to them a while before. But anyway. And she said that, or she told me when she was asking about that tournament, she asked, or said that they enjoy playing with us, but due to their situation, they can't commit to being part of a team. And I was like, had you been at the meeting, you would know we don't require that much of our teammates. But we'll talk about that with them the next time we actually talk to them.
So, as of right now, based on our calendar, March 15th is the first event of the year. So whatever that tournament is, the first event. The next is the 21st of March, and that's Stalingrad.
So Stalingrad is at Skirmish. It's part of the Big Three with Ion. As of right now, I have no idea if I'm going to that. It's going to depend on a whole bunch of things. First of all, is anyone else going? Because if no one else is going, I'm definitely not. I'm just not going to go by myself. I don't want to do that. I mean, I guess not definitely, but most likely not happening. The other thing, and this I won't know until like the week of, would be weather. If the weather's decent, yeah, there's a good chance. If the weather's crappy, absolutely not. So last year the weather was very nice there. It was like 40 something. No rain or anything. It was decent weather. The year before that,
4 feet?
3 feet.
Okay.
3 feet of snow that they played, which, considering the game is Stalingrad, perfect for the scenario, not perfect for playing in. So I would not want to play in that. I definitely don't want to drive in that. It's 4.5 hours away. I'm not driving there in snow. I'm not going to.
No. There's another thing. It's quite small, quite menial. At best. Someone's specific birthday is that week. Just saying.
I don't care. I don't care about that. Girl, you must be out of your mind.
I said menial.
Well, you usually leave on your birthday anyway.
That is.
She always complains that like I go out on her birthday. I'm like, you weren't here anyway. What am I supposed to do?
That
Sit
is
and sulk on the couch because you're out and about with somebody?
That's not true. I've gone out once on my birthday, and it's because Little Ferk took me to a hockey game.
Just once. You sure about that?
This is where
You 100% sure about that?
that memory thing comes about.
Yeah, so you know what this bitch told me today? She says to me, basically what she said was, the only time I ever remember anything is if I can viciously use it against other people. My memory is bad unless I'm able to use it against somebody, and then I'll remember it, whatever it is.
I did not say viciously.
If I can't use it against somebody, I will not remember it. And I cloud it. I put it in the cloud, which is A-Dog's head.
So, Hot Cocoa says only local for him, depending on race schedules.
Coco, you don't even play anymore. Shut up. FTFU. You don't even play anymore.
The next one is is May 2nd and 3rd, and that's Ghost Recon in Black Ops Mission Masters in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
That's in North Carolina. We don't care about that. Not that we don't care about Mission Master, we're just definitely not going to that.
And then May 30th is mine.
Mayon. So, most of you probably remember that she generaled Mayon 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
2018.
2018?
So
So 2 years ago. So 2 years ago. We won. Because, she's badass. As of right now, we're not generaling. I doubt we will, but it's, I guess, possible.
Dalton put viciously, and then an X with a D, which is some emoji of laughing, and then put completely true.
Thanks, Dalton. Thanks.
I never said viciously.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so we generaled and we won last time. But Mission Masters has this thing they're doing now where they only have particular teams that they'll allow to general any given game, and some of the argument for that makes sense, some of it doesn't. Basically, what it boils down to, I think, is that they want people to two things. One is be there, which is obviously very important. If you're going to be generaling, you need to be there. You need to be there on time, which is a bigger issue than you would think. Both of those things. And I don't just say that based on particular people. There's actually been a number of teams that were supposed to general and were not there at all or on time. Which I don't know, how does that happen? How do you not at least say, hey, I won't be there tomorrow, or I won't be there today? How do you just not show up when you're supposed to be generaling a team? Anyway, and I don't, as far as I know, we're not on that list. He certainly hasn't talked to us about it. And then the other reason, besides people wanting to show up, is advertisement or and recruiting and just letting people know it's happening and try to get them on your team and everything, get people engaged and be at the game. So he has, again, a few teams on that list that he knows do that. Now we do that, he knows we do that, but we're not on, like I said, as far as I know, we're not on that list.
I do have to make one note.
Make that note.
And I know that you hate doing this.
Go ahead, do it.
But the next day is your sister's wedding.
Next day is my sister's wedding.
So you may not be able to play this entire scenario.
Oh, I'll be there.
Well, you can't be at two places at once.
Well, her wedding's the next day.
Yes, but there's rehearsal dinners.
Rehearsal dinner's not till dinner time.
Okay. Why are you? I'm just.
What? You're just what?
I'm not gonna have an argument with you with people watching me. And then.
Yeah, but my sister's getting married, so if you want to come. If you want to go crash the party, it will be at Suckup Park in Butler on the day after Mayon.
31st.
So next after that is...
And then is Battle of the Pacific. Hot Coke says, or that TRP is kind of trash now.
TRP is kind of trash now. So, okay, well, we'll talk about that a little bit before we go on this. About TRP being kind of trash now. Yes and no. So, I hate talking bad about TRP because I play there a lot, and I very much enjoy them. But yes, they have issues.
When you say them.
The field.
Okay.
And most of the people there. As people. But as anyone who watches this channel regularly knows, we do have our issues with them. Particularly their actual reffing is a definite issue. They have issues with the refs themselves as people. I generally like them. Them as refs, they could do a little better. And by a little bit better, I mean they could be quite a bit better. Some of them are perfectly fine, no issues. But most of them, they're just there as a body, which that's what TRP wants, which is terribly unfortunate. They have I think they have the best or some of the best fields in the Pittsburgh area. Unfortunately, though, they haven't been keeping the fields up. Wood rots, trees fall, so on and so forth. And actually, in 2019,
Nails rust.
Yes. In 2019, they actually did some work. They replaced some things with like railroad ties and stuff like that. They added a few things, which is nice. So they have been. In 2019, I think they did more than like 3 or 4 years before combined. So that was good. But even with that, you could still see it's aged and they haven't kept it up. So I wish they would do that. I wish that they would pay their refs more so that the refs would care more.
It's not even about paying them more.
Actually, they're paid
not,
pretty decently, actually.
They're not trained to be anything but a body to make sure nobody gets hurt.
Yeah, particularly so.
And they will tell you that.
I think for an average day, their refs are actually fine. It's at scenarios that becomes the issue. So maybe with scenarios, they should be paid more. And so that they actually engage more and care more. But there's so much potential there for them to be so much better than they are. It's disheartening that they, are where they are. So I get what you're saying. I wouldn't disagree, but I definitely don't fully agree. There's a lack of effort on their part, that's for sure. Anything else?
No.
Okay, so next up is Battle of the Pacific. That is another Mission Masters game. It's also at TRP.
That's June 20th.
Also World War II. It's just obviously the other side, the Pacific front instead of the European front. That's what date?
That's June 20th.
June 20th. Speak up, girl. I can't hear you. You're gonna mumble like that.
June 20th.
There you go. We'll be at that one. And it should be fun. Same thing applies to that.
I only mention this. It is the same weekend as Father's Day. And not that that matters at all, but that was a contention that Mike from 68 Caliber had. So it could be a very small game. Or because it's Mission Masters, all the fathers and children could be there. Who knows?
And unfortunately, all of the numbers at TRP have been going down. I think they get less every year for the most part, just consistently less every year. And I contribute that to all the things that we've already talked about. And one thing I forgot to mention is in addition to that would be their paint. Their paint's not terrible, it's just not particularly good, which is fine most of the year. The issue becomes when it starts getting colder. They still use summer paint when it's cold out, and that just doesn't work. Hopefully you guys have all seen the video I did of, was that Undead Island? Where, like at one point I end up just taking the front of my barrel off and shooting half a barrel,
Yeah,
the barrel back only.
No, I thought that was Nazis.
Well, in any case, because the paint just kept breaking and I had dragon fire, so I ended up shooting my snubby.
I think that was Nazis.
So that's an issue as well. They probably should store it a little better is what they should do. Because their paint's not terribly overpriced. It's not like unusually priced by any means, and it's not unusually bad paint either. It's just that's kind of a big thing is they need to have a summer paint versus winter paint. Good catch, pup. So after that
is Ion.
So after that is Ion,
or the 10th through the 12th.
which is the 10th through the 12th of July. So it was agreed upon at the meeting that most of us are going this year. It'll be me, Dalton, Clark's cousin, Eric, and Jake wants to go, but that's dependent on if you can get a guardian to go.
Because I'm not being in charge of that kid.
Also, you're not even going. She's undecided. She told me she wasn't going, but she said that last year. So, we'll see. we'll see. We'll see what actually happens there. But she has told me she's not going. Look at that face. Look at that face she's making.
I was itchy all weekend.
That's not true. You were
Except for
itchy.
when-
You were itchy all weekend except when you were on the field.
I was legitimately about to go sleep
Which is
on
most
the
of
field.
most of the time you were on the field. So there you go.
I was about to just go sleep on the field.
So you weren't
honestly.
itchy. Well, they
Yeah.
have night stuff like that scavenger hunt all night. You could have done
I
that.
could have done. And then I would be exhausted, grumpy, but not itchy.
There you go. But yeah, so anyone else that wants to come with us, please do. It'll be a big year as far as our numbers. It'll be the first time we've had that many team members there. Well, the one year we went, it was you, me. There were 5 of us: Ray and
Nice.
Ashley. And the following year, there was you, me, Melissa, and
Fred.
Fred.
And Ray. Ray was there.
Oh, Ray was there, so
Yeah.
that was probably the
5.
biggest year. Good job, pup. There's a wall there. But then the year after that was just the 2 of us, and then last year Dalton was with us and Bill was with us, but he's not a team member. But this year there should be quite a bit of us going, so that'll be nice. That'll be good to see because Bill's going to come with us again, I'm sure. He's already talked about it, so. So if you come, it'll be you, me, Bill, Dalton, Clark's cousin, Eric, and potentially Jake. So 7, 8, maybe more of us going this year, so that'll be cool.
Dalton said she's just scared of the rash, and I don't blame her.
It was pretty nasty, I'll say. It was pretty
It
nasty.
started on my knee, my right knee, and by the time it got to Saturday afternoon, I had hives to my sternum.
Yep. So
And my
this year,
hands were swollen, my feet were swollen. I was not a pretty picture.
so provided that she do go this year, we will be bringing her a bottle about this big of Benadryl that she will carry around in a sippy cup with a straw.
I'll just put it in my calendar.
So that she can, make sure that doesn't happen again. We have no idea what it was because she was fine on the field, but off the field there must have been something in that grass. It's never happened before.
Because it happened as soon as we started setting up camp. I got something on my knee. It was itchy. I thought it was a bug bite. And then it spread to my sternum, my hands. It wasn't on my arms, my face, all of that was fine. It was my hands, my sternum and my belly, and then from my knees down. And I haven't gotten hives since I was 12.
12. Well, it is about 9 o'clock now.
I'm not done.
What else is left?
There's no.
So NAM is
Mhm.
August 15th. That's also Mission Masters at TRP. TRP will be there.
Then there's something else at Fayetteville.
Something else in Fayetteville. We don't care about that.
And then there's Battle of Britain or Battle of Berlin.
Yeah, then there's the other of the big 3 at Skirmish.
in October.
In somewhere in October, mid-October is when they always do it. The same thing applies to that one as far as what I said about
Weather?
Stalingrad, except that weather is usually not an issue at that point. It's more just if anyone's going to go.
It's usually really pretty.
Yeah, it's just basically boils down to is anyone else going to go to that? Does anyone else have any interest in going? So that's pretty much the year so far. More things are going to come out. Xavier was online today talking about he was working on Slaughterhouse today. He has been for a couple of days now, so that's going to be, we'll have some good things there hopefully. And as we know, more things pop up. I know P3 is going to be doing at least 2 scenarios this year.
Yeah, one in May.
And then isn't there one? When's the one at Preston County? Wasn't on the calendar. So Preston County is doing a big one that I really hope to go to this year. That's down in West Virginia. I was there once before for Gettysburg, and that was 3 years ago or something like that. So I'm hoping to go to that one too. Booby boo, booby boo. I'm not sure he released the date for it yet specifically.
I don't see anything. You put it on to discuss at the meeting, but there's nothing on the calendar.
Okay. Well, so yeah, it's been an hour now, so we are gonna go.
But it is January, and things usually don't come out until end of January, beginning of February. So we still have about a month before anything else gets scenario-wise,
Like I said, more things will be announced.
and the tournaments and whatnot don't come out until like
Yeah. All right, everybody. Have a good night.